People were always telling me, you can't save the world. And I was like, well, that's not going to stop me from trying.
When I learned that I am a Creek Indian, at that moment, my thirst for knowledge, to know everything about the culture, the heritage, the language, at that moment it was in full drive, and I have not stopped since.
Over the past couple of years, I have just been really saddened at people feeling like they can't do anything to make a difference, or that they're too young, or that the nation is too divided.
We're two human beings with the same ideas, the same thoughts, same intellect, same dreams, but yet only because we were born on different sides of a fence. That's the only difference we have.
So if I can go out and teach people how to start making better decisions, start believing in themselves, then we can have that great America that we all want so much.
I'm Dan Helms. I'm the Vice Chief of the Santa Rosa County Creek Indian Tribe. Being an American is an idea. It's not a blood. And I think the Constitution of the United States is the recipe for being an American. And part of that responsibility for being an American is to protect our land and our people. In 1860, the Indian Removal Act was put into place. And it was unlawful to be an Indian east of the Mississippi River. And so my ancestors never spoke of being an Indian for fear that they would lose their lives, and they never passed the culture down to their children. When I was a small child, I always had a longing to know where I came from. I wanted to know everything about the language, about the heritage, about the culture. We are building a 4,000 square foot Native American Cultural Center here on our tribal grounds. One of the main things that we're going to do with the Cultural Center, other than an artifacts museum, is we're going to have a language program to teach the Muskogee language. We must preserve the language. To lose the language is to lose the culture.
I'm Triss. I'm a 16-year-old singer-songwriter and activist. To be American is, for me, to be a piece of a larger whole and to be one in this nation of so many diverse and unique people that celebrates all these different cultures and has all these different traditions but is still unified. My passion really developed for raising money for pediatric cancer and uniting people through music and selfless causes when I was selected to be a featured sick kid in a movie that was taping in Atlanta. And I came across a young man named Ethan Ferguson, and I found out later, after the whole shooting had wrapped, that he was battling brain cancer. So I'm a young ambassador for the Tyler Robinson Foundation, which was founded by Imagine Dragons after one of their closest fans passed away from a rare form of pediatric cancer. And his story, among Ethan Ferguson's story, the young man that I met when I was filming that movie, just really pushed me forward, and I started not accepting Christmas presents and making birthday presents, all donations to the foundation. And eventually that led to me speaking in classrooms, getting to do benefit concerts where I share my own music among some of my favorite Imagine Dragons songs that helped some of these cancer patients get through their treatments has been really powerful. And I've gotten to see firsthand how music can bring people to extreme emotion and unite and connect them.
My name is Michelle Koger. I served in the United States Navy as an aviation machinist mate, and I am currently a student at Pensacola State College. For me, being American is the ability to make my own choices. To help people that struggle in life to make their own choices, that are having hardships. I believe that it's about a unity, coming together on on the same level despite your diversity. My first encounter with a social worker, which is what I'm studying in school, was I got ill and I went on dialysis, and I had to deal with a social worker in order to get put on the transplant list. And so that really, I was inspired by this person that was dedicated to me to help me get better. After that, my daughter passed away about 2 years ago, and I encountered a counselor that was more than a counselor. And I promised my daughter that I was going to go back to school and pursue my social worker, because I have this thing for helping people. I've always loved people. I currently do a lot of homeless outreach, as well as serve as the service officer at the American Legion. You encounter people at the worst points in their life and try to help them, to find a resolution to their problems.
My name is Grace Resendez McCaffrey, and I am the owner of La Costa Latina newspaper. So in 2004, Hurricane Ivan hit Pensacola directly, and shortly after, we experienced a large and rapid influx of Spanish-speaking labor workers that came to help rebuild the community. I try to cover different aspects within the newspaper, published twice a month. And what I try to do is keep people up on events that are going on so that people can become more social, become part of the community. The newspaper is bilingual, so English speakers can pick it up and see what we're up to. What does it mean to be an American to me? Sometimes it means everything in the world, and sometimes it means nothing. My Americanness means everything, because that's the only difference. But when I'm face to face with someone who's telling me that they wanted to go to school and study public relations, or send their kids to college, or have a career, or do anything else than what they're doing, it almost means nothing. It feels like it's not fair. We're two human beings with the same ideas, the same thoughts, same intellect, same dreams, but yet only because we were born on different sides of a fence. My everyday is about being there for anybody who is in that situation. They've got a need and a language barrier, and there's no need to suffer for that.
My name is Steve Wilmer, husband, father, author, and speaker, and Pensacolian. What it means to me to be an American are a few things. Number one, opportunity. You think about America, you think about the land of opportunity. So many opportunities for people. It also gives me a sense of freedom, but most importantly, I would probably say pride. The one thing that most people really don't think about is responsibility. And as an American, I feel it's my responsibility, we all have responsibility to do the things that have to be done, sometimes to make the hard choice, and I think most importantly to make sure that all other Americans are taken care of as well. Born and raised right here in Pensacola. There's a project used to be downtown called Aragon Court Project. That's where I grew up to a single mother on welfare. Graduated from Pensacola High School. I had a teacher tell me, you're never going to amount to anything. And then you look at my grades said, you're never going to amount to anything. But once I stopped listening to people, and once I started listening to what God said about me, and then I really believe that I do have the potential, again, everybody has the potential, I do have the potential to be greater. I do have the potential to have the things that I want in life. And I started going after those things. And the problem is this, not everybody realizes that. People think that they're absolutely destined to be what they have right now because of their circumstances. So I'm always saying you're not a product of your circumstances, you're a product of your decisions. And I believe that my gift is to go out and to encourage others to be the best that they can, to unlock all the potential that's on the inside of them. I absolutely believe that every single person in this world was given a gift by God.
My hope for America's future would be for people to set aside their differences and focus on their common grounds, which is the fact that we're all human beings, we all have a dream, and we all are passionate about something. And it's just time to forget that we're different and remember that we're alike.
What I hope for America's future is compassion. I think that we need to look at ourselves as part of a global community, and we need to be mindful of our similarities as well as our differences so that we can learn how to live more harmoniously. We're all just trying to get through this life, and we need each other.
My hope for Americans' future is harmony. Harmony between people, and harmony between people and the land. I can only hope that we are able to achieve harmony before it's too late, because after it's too late, we may not be able to rebuild, and we may lose the America that we know and love.
I hope that in America's very near future, people can recognize the beauty that lies in all of our differences and not judge other people because we're not like them, and just come together and spread peace and love and be the best that we can be and build each other up.
My hope for America's future, is plainly put, is just turning back to God. You know, we're always saying, God bless America and God this, and we say it with our words, but sometimes I don't think our actions line up.